Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
So our brake fluid is over here in the reservoir. You can see it's nice and clean and clear, and it's right at the max level, so this is perfect. You don't have to add any fluid, it doesn't need to be changed. If you needed to change it, you can just open this up, add your fluid to the appropriate level, and then when you're done, just close it back up. The engine oil dipstick is down here in the front. That yellow handle, I'll reach down, I'll pull it out. I'll take our paper towel, we'll wipe it off. Reinsert it into the engine. It's kind of difficult to see where it goes in, but it's right down there. If you follow the dipstick down, it's just a small opening. Push it down. Also, the engine's been sitting for a few minutes, so the oil should be down in the pan. So on the dipstick, we've got L for low, H for high, and then this little crosshatch pattern in here. And it looks like the oil is right about here, so just a little bit below the high level mark, which is fine. It actually looks like it's a little bit dirty. I believe this car is due for an oil change. But you want to just make sure that your oil is right about here. So you've got plenty of oil in the car. If it's down here, that's usually about a quart low. So you just want to add until it reaches here. So I'm going to put this back in. This dipstick has a bend to it. So when it sits inside here, it's kind of pointed away from the engine. It's easy to grab. So if you're going to add oil, you open up this cap. You can add your oil right into the engine. When you're done, just close it up. So our coolant level in the overflow is showing maximum, but if you want to check the level that's in the radiator, when the engine is cool, you can open up this radiator cap. So the engine was a little bit warm. It'd been sitting here for probably about an hour, so that's why there was a little bit residual pressure. It did come out. That's why you never want to open it when it's hot, because it will spray out with a lot of force. It'll be very hot and steam and could burn you. But that's not too big a deal. It is nice and high though. That's perfect. There's plenty of coolant in here. You don't have to add any. So I'm going to put this cap back on and then clean up all the coolant that I spilled so it doesn't smell. This is your coolant overflow bottle. It's fairly large, but the max fill line is way down here. And then the minimum fill line is just below that. And it's translucent, you can see through it. If you needed to add coolant to it to bring it up to the max level, you can just unscrew the cap and add coolant right to it. Just use the appropriate coolant. This looks like the blue extra long life coolant, but just check your owner's manual first. You need to add windshield washer fluid. It's got this nifty cap to show you that this is the windshield washer fluid, which is also blue. Don't get it confused. Take our funnel. So there's no dipstick tube, but the reservoir is translucent. And then I will add some windshield washer fluid. Then you can just look and you can actually see it will just fill up. You can just fill this right till the top, right till it goes up into the neck. Sometimes these hold like a gallon, so here it is. So that's perfect right there. Then put our cap back on, and the windshield washer fluid is topped off. This is your power steering reservoir. It's got a minimum cold, a max cold, and a max hot. So the car's been sitting, so it's at the max cold, which is perfect. If you needed to add, you could just open it up. Yep. You basically just have to line it up and then pull it right off. Add your power steering fluid. It has the correct type listed on the cap. It says Dextron type ATF. When you're done, just push the cap back on, and it'll snap into place. Transmission fluid dipstick is right here. It is locked in place so it can't come off. You'd have to use, this is a CVT car. There's special CVT fluid. It's actually marked on the dipstick tube, and it's marked here under the hood of the car. So you're supposed to use Nissan CVT NS2. Any other fluids might damage the transmission. And according to the owner's manual, you need to bring this to a Nissan dealer to have the level checked. That's what they recommend. If you wanted to, there is a lock. You can take a small little pick like this and unlock it, and you can take the dipstick out. But again, you know, there is markings on this. The vehicle has to be up to a certain operating temperature, and you need a scan tool to determine what the operating temperature is of the transmission before you can check the level. So it's not, unfortunately, not something that's easy to check yourself, but it does have a dipstick tube for it.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.